All right, good morning, everyone. I'm going to go ahead and get started. Thanks for joining me this morning. My name is Colleen Shanahan. I'm the Member Engagement and Communications Coordinator here at the Binghamton Chamber. One of my main roles is to manage our membership database, which is called Chamber Master. And so today I'm just going to be going through our Member Information Center, which every member has access to. If you haven't created a login yet, I'll go through how you create your login. But this is where your membership listing is shown online through our member directory. And this information also gets pulled into the printed directory, which we're actually in the process of updating right now. So I encourage everybody to go in after, either after or during, watching this webinar. If you're watching the recording, or feel free to go right along as I'm, showing you how to update everything through the online portal. It's really important to keep all of your membership information updated, not only for other members who are looking to do business with other chamber members, but also for community members. We get a lot of phone calls looking for business recommendations for, whatever type of field that they're looking for: contractors, landscaping, lawn care, attorneys, you name it. We get calls all the time. So this helps us both direct members and community members to our chamber members that can help them, but also having your information updated also helps the chamber staff when people are calling looking for referrals. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And so this is the homepage of the Chamber website. This is where we're going to start today. You'll see that we have the member login link right up top in orange here. I'm actually just going to go into our directory just so you can see a couple examples of business listings right now, and what the difference is between, adding in all your information and just like a boring plain old listing. So I'm first going to go to the Chambers, because this is the one that I'm going to be going through with you all today. So it's pretty boring right now. As you can see, all we've got is very little information, just the basics, our address, phone number, fax, email and website, and then it pulls in our Google Map listing. Here we are with the agency off of Front Street. But I also want to show you a nice already updated listing, and 50 Front Street Apartments is one of our members, and you can see the difference here. So they've got a header image added, they've got their logo, they've got all that basic information, but also their social media pages. They've got their hours of business that they're open, some driving directions to their apartment complex, all about the apartments, what features they have, and then a bunch of images down here as well, which is really helpful, especially for an apartment complex. But we'll go through all of this, how to add all that information into your own listing, and you can go through your own photos. It does, it could be pictures of your staff or something, your work, whatever it is, you can go ahead and get all those photos added. So I just wanted to show you the difference between the two, and what we'll be going through today to enhance that online listing. So let's head into the member login now. And like I said, if you don't have one created already, here's where you can sign up. Your username is usually your email address. And then if you have created a password, you recently joined and you submitted a member application online, you probably created it at that time. If you have been a member for a while and you've never created it, you're having trouble getting in, or you're not sure even if you have a account, you can always contact me, and I'll send a follow-up email after this, obviously with the recording, but also you'll have my contact information in case anybody has any questions or needs to recover their login. So I'm just going to log in here to the Chambers account. This is the one that we'll be going through today. All right, so here's the home page of our member information center. So everybody's looks similar. Again, you have access to the directory here. It's not, as pretty as the one through our website, but you can easily search for other members by type of business. Say I'm looking for an attorney. So I found 13. Here are, some members you could take a look through and contact them right through here as well. You also have access to the events calendar, which is again also on our website, but just another thing that you can easily register for chamber events through the member information center. And so right now it automatically pulls in all member events and all member events, community events, and chamber events. So if you wanted to just take a look at the chamber events, you can just go down any category and switch over to chamber, and then you'll see only the chamber events here, and you can easily just click register now with that field. So I'm just going to go back to the home here. So we'll start underneath these shortcuts, which is we're going to start under personal information. And so you could have multiple representatives associated with your account, with your membership account. So each representative could have their own profile to set up. And later we'll go through how to update all the organization information and the info that's actually showing on the website. This is right here that I'm going through right now. I'll just go through briefly so that you can see how to update your own representative information. So again, this won't show on the website, but good to know just that you have access to be able to update all this information if anything's different for you than for the rest of the organization. So again, I'm just in the chamber account, so that's why you see some, generic information in here. You could update, your job title. If you have a different work phone, or you want to put your direct office line in there instead of, the main line to your business, you can update that here. If you have different address, maybe you work out of a different office or you work from home, you could put in that information here as well. And then one of the most important things to make sure that's updated is your email. So the chamber online events registration system, this is what it's pulling from. So when it's asking for an email address to log in, this is the email that it's going to match up to make sure that you are a member of the chamber and to make sure that you're getting member pricing for our events. So like I said, just make sure that that's updated. If you update your email address, or if you have any questions on that or you're having issues, feel free to reach out and let me know. The next thing that we'll go through, you do have access to update your personal bio here as well, if you would like to do that. And if you submit to be part of our speakers connection, which actually I'll go back to the chamber site here just so you can see. It's under business services. So we have a speakers connection group, which any of our members can sign up for right through this page online. I'll scroll down and show you. There's a button to register as a speaker. So, if we get calls all the time for people looking for recommendations for speakers on certain topic areas, so you can put in your area of expertise and what topics you like to speak on. Your headshot will pull. I'll show you in a minute where the system will grab that and you can add your information into our speakers connection here for any speaking engagements. So we'll just go back. Next, you can update your username and password at any time. Like I said, usually it's your email address that you have associated with your chamber membership, but you could change this if you'd like, if you remember something else better. And then you can also change your password at any time here as well. And I also have access to be able to send anybody the password reset link, just in case, you forgot it and you're struggling and it, locks you out or you tried too many times. Like I said, just contact me and I can do that in the back end for you as well. So here is where we can update the photo for speakers connection or for your member information center listing. So it's going to update this little icon up here. So you just click on this little plus button to upload your photo. I just have some generic chamber things they'll add. I'll just add our little icon here. And save that. And so now you see that updated right up here next to my account settings. And for the sake of time, I'm just going to skip these items here because we don't really utilize these a whole lot. You could check on these display preferences if you wanted your representative information to show on your directory listing. You could update that here if you wanted it to be completely public, or if you only wanted members to be able to see that, which they'd only be able to see through the Member Information Center, which is what we're logged into right now. So let's go on to the company information, because this is where the majority of our updates will come in today. So I'm going to start under organization information. And so this is where you can update all of your company's information through the online directory. So this will automatically update right away once you save the changes. And then also this is the information that will be pulled into the printed directory, which, like I said, we're in the process of updating right now. So make sure that all of your business information is up to date. So we get that correct in the printed directory. So here's where you can update your company name, phone number, fax number, email address. You know, if you want to add in alternative phones, or if you have a 1-800 number for your company, you could add that in here. Your website, and you can verify. You can just click on this little link and it'll take you to make sure that that link is correct, not broken. Sometimes I find that and I'll update it for people, but it's always good practice to double check that. If your physical address or your mailing address is different than your physical address, you can update that here as well. You would just see how it's grayed out right now. You can uncheck this little blue box and it'll let you update your mailing address. So if you had a PO box, or you'd prefer your mail to go to your home or somewhere other than, you know, your main physical address for your business, you can change that here as well. Your established date. So I always tell people, if you don't remember the exact date that you established your business, you could just put, you know, January 1st of, maybe you remember just the year. You can go ahead and update that here as well. And then also the full-time and part-time employees that you have on staff. And this is really just information that the chamber uses for reporting. For our year in review, we pull this information to just get a picture of how many employees are covered underneath chamber members. I think it's either like 40 or 50,000 right now. I can't remember the exact number off the top of my head, but it's really cool to see that, you know, every year. And so then once you're done with all these changes, make sure you're hitting save changes, and it'll bring you back to the top with a green check mark, just letting you know that it was successfully changed. So next we'll go into employees. And so this is, again, bringing back to where I said you can have multiple representatives associated with your chamber membership account. You can add representatives here. You would just click on this add employee or rep, or you can deactivate representatives if someone's no longer associated with your company. So you would just check on the box next to their name and hit deactivate selected reps, and it would take them off your account. Sometimes people find that they have all of these representatives that are, you know, way out of date for whatever reason. Our old database system from years ago used to just pull in any representative that had registered for a event underneath your company. It used to pull them in and make them a representative just based on that event registration. It no longer does that, but maybe that's the reason why you have all these random people associated with your membership. So go ahead and take a look at that and clean that up if necessary. You can also click on the representative's name to update their information for them. So not every representative most likely is going to have their own login. They certainly could if they would like, but if you just want one person to manage all the, you know, chamber updates, you can do that too. That's what the majority of our membership does. So you could update, you know, job titles change, or, you know, phone numbers, address, email addresses, and again, the personal bio. So similar to what we already went through with the representative information, you just have access to be able to update any of your representatives through this employees tab. So moving on to the website information. So this is what's showing our organization information that's pulling into the online directory listing. So right now, you can see these are all grayed out because this is just using what I already entered in the organization information. If you want any of this to display differently, you can uncheck that and update as necessary. So, I know that I've talked to a couple members that they work out of their homes and they don't want their address shown on the online listing. So you can take that out here. If you wanted to link to a different website for whatever reason, you could always update that. Or if you wanted a different email shown, maybe this is your specific email address and you want it to be like a generic, like we have a chamber at Greater Binghamton Chamber, or an info email, or, marketing or sales or whatever it might be, you could update that here as well. Next important thing is adding in your social media links. So we're set up for LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram links. I'm just going to copy. I've got our Facebook and LinkedIn. I'll go ahead and add in here for the chamber. And that just gives you a quick, easy link to our social media networks. Next, we're going to go ahead and add in the web description. So this is the About section. So I just have the chamber mission here that I'll go ahead and add in. The search results is really just like a summary description that's much shorter. So I've just got a short description of the chamber here that I'll add. Our hours of operation. You can add driving directions to your company. And then the next thing, if you wanted to add any of these highlights, if you wanted to add bulleted text, like, certain things that you do, if you're a contractor, you might, maybe you do, or let's see, maybe you're an attorney and you do elder law and you do wills, and you want to list like the different things that your business covers, you can add them as bullet points in here. Underneath the keywords, so these are just like search terms. So I'm going to just go back to the chamber directory really quick, because there's a couple ways to search for other members and how people would be searching for your company. You could click on, the generic quick link category to bring you in, for example, all of our advertising, communications, marketing, and media members. So it pulls up all of their information. You could you can sort based on category underneath that quick link header category. If you wanted, printing, filter that down to all of our members that do printing. Or you could type in keywords. So let's just go back and let's do radio. And so it pulls up the membership there as well. So any of these keywords that maybe you're not listed underneath that exact category, it will pull in any of those search results as well. So for the chamber, we'll just go ahead and add in some terms here that people might be searching to pull up our directory listing. And then I'm going to save that. And then you could also preview the web page here. So you can take a look now. You can see here's the information that's starting to be populated on our page. So we've got our LinkedIn and Facebook pages, our hours, and about us. Underneath the additional information tab, this is new that we just added. This is something we want to get everybody to go into and take a look at and classify their business if applicable to them. So, you can choose if you're a minority owned, Black owned, women owned, veteran owned, disability owned, or LGBTQ plus owned business. We get calls all the time, calls and emails looking for, specific types of businesses, a list of women owned businesses or minority owned businesses, whatever it might be. So this is just a way that we can easily direct people to those types of businesses. And now the fun stuff to make everything look pretty. We're getting into the logos now. So the member page header. So I'm just, again, going to go in and add some of our chamber stuff here. Header. And you don't have to add all of these if you don't want to, but I think it makes everything look nicer on your page. So there's our logo and then the search results icon, which I'll use our little icon here. And we'll save that. And now I'll just go back and refresh this page so that our preview so that you can see. So here's the header, here's our logo. You can add photos to your account. So you can create a gallery of images. So I'm going to go into Manage Gallery, and I'll just add some images from chamber events. And you can reposition them and add captions as well if you'd like. So I'll save that. And you can add as many photos as you'd like. I don't think that there is a limit. I know, like I showed 50 Front Street's listing, I think they have over 50 photos, of their apartments. So like I said, feel free to add as many photos as you'd like. So now you can see our images here. You can also add a video, which is awesome. The only thing to note is it does have to be on YouTube already. I have the link right here. So here's our YouTube link. And this is just a video that we created at the beginning of the year, just like a testimonial video from some of our members. So I've added that, and it shows you just a preview here. And then I can go back to our listing and just refresh that. So now here's the video media. And I realized I didn't add in the highlights. So I'm going to go back really quick. So I'm just going to add a link to our membership page. Refresh that. There we go. So now you can see. So this links directly, I'll just show you. This goes directly to the landing page, specifically about membership benefits for the chamber. So just an example how you can utilize that feature. All right, so once we've added the video, that's pretty much most of the information that I'm going to go over today as far as enhancing your online listing. So a lot of this information, as you see, it's pretty easy, pretty user-friendly to just go through and follow, all the different little steps. But I think that it really helps enhance your listing, and then definitely add in, about your company and those keywords, because it really helps people find your business, not only through a directory, but also through the Google search results. If somebody's looking for, like I said, I keep using the same, but like attorneys, contractors, landscaping, whatever it is, your listing for the chamber will pop up there as well. And so we just have a couple minutes left, so I'm just going to quickly go through a couple other things. You do have access to the billing portal here as well. If you wanted to go in and make a payment, for your membership dues, or if you had an outstanding invoice, this is where you can do it just online. You don't have to send a check, but you can take credit card payments online, super simple. And then also, let's go back home, because I want to show you the member-to-member discounts. Oh, discount programs. There we go. So these are all of our members that are currently offering discounts to other members, and anybody can add a discount program at any time. We have some members that put this up for a whole year or multiple years. Some people do it just for a month. So make sure you're checking the member-to-member discounts to see where you could be saving with other chamber members, but also might give you an idea of something you might want to add. So if you want to add a discount program, you just go right up here to this little blue button, and it'll just walk you through what information it needs, the title of your discount program. Maybe you're offering 10% off a service, or whatever it might be. And then once you add it, you can also manage your discount program. So you can extend it, you can cut it off, you can update the percentage, or maybe it's a seasonal thing. You can go in and add and manage all of that stuff right through the portal as well. And then job postings, that's been a really big one right now because a lot of people are hiring. So I like to go through this quickly as well. If you're looking for a job, or you have friends that are looking for a job, feel free to send them to our site as well. But if you're hiring, you can add a job posting. right through our site. And this is free for all of our members. You can put it up for as long as you'd like, and you can add as many job postings as you'd like as well. There's no limit to that. And like I always say, if you get stuck on any of this, again, feel free to contact me at any time. So you'd just add the job title, description, the job description, just like a short, quick description of the job, obviously the date you're posting it. You can choose a category if it's like an accounting position, administrative, whatever it might be. Your organization information, maybe you want to add an HR contacts, contact info there. You can change this email if you want it, again, to go to like a specific HR or a specific hiring manager. You can update that here. And then here's where you select the active dates, however long you'd like it to go. And again, you can come back in at any time and extend this as well. And then you would just click submit for approval, and we just review it to make sure, because it is for members only. Obviously, if you're in the member information center, you're obviously a member of the chamber, so we would approve it right away. But again, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out and let me know. And then I think just the last thing I'll go over really quick is the reports tab up here, just so you see that you have access to your membership visibility. How many views and impressions is your online directory listing getting you? So this automatically defaults to the last 12 months. So the chamber listing has had 2,282 total views and impressions on our website. And then if you have any job postings, so currently we're not utilizing the banner ad impressions, and the chamber doesn't have any discount programs added, but we did have 2 job postings earlier this year for some positions. So this tells us that we've had 256 job posting views. And you can actually click on this information. It'll tell you exactly, when those spikes were that people were looking, and this just happens to be when those 2 positions were posted on our page. So you have access to that information as well. So that is it for today. I'll stop my screen sharing here. If anybody has any questions, feel free to unmute yourself or throw it in the chat. Oh, Carrie, you're not seeing the discounts. Let me go back here. I just saw that in the chat. Let me go back home, discount programs. Hopefully this works now. So here is where the discount programs are listed. Oh, perfect. Thanks, Carrie. Yeah, so again, anyone has access, any member can add a discount, or you also have access to be able to get these discounts from other chamber members. So again, that was just under the home, under these quick shortcuts, and then discount programs. So if anybody else has any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Again, I'll be sending this recording to everybody. I know we had a couple people that couldn't hop on this morning that I'm going to just send the recorded version to. But thanks for hopping on this morning, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your week.